recognition. You're going to be on national TV. They have all the reason to come in and watch the Cowboys and wax their ass. So I'm telling you right now, you better play like you're playing your Super Bowl and do not give up. And if there's anybody that's ready to play on this team, that's why you went to training camp. You took your ass to training camp to make the football team so you can play. So get your ass out there on the field and play. And play. And stop playing around with, I don't know if he should play. Well, hell, if he on the team, he better get his ass out there and play.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. Hopefully everyone is doing well. It's a Friday night. I usually don't, I don't do shows on Friday night, but I'm going to be jumping on a show in a little at about 9:15 with Cam and Massey and Brian Broaddus. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely I'm going to be on for just a little bit as a tune-up, and then I'll be heading over there. It's a busy Friday, but, I'm just chilling. What's up, Angelica? What's up, Steven? I saw El Fuego. Thank you for the kind comments as well, all you guys. Hit that like, subscribe, share. I'm terrible at it. It's so important for the show and for the channel. It just helps us out. But I'm just chilling. Did a little happy hour. Dropped the hype video. So now my voice is a little hoarse, so I probably should be resting it to get ready to go for this weekend. But, this is just such a, get your guys' thoughts, just such an important game. I hate to say that, it's week 4, but I just think the mental psyche, I don't know if it's more for the Cowboys or for the fans, because I've never seen, just the yo-yo effect that we have within our fan base and with the Cowboys and the media. I mean, I stayed away from all the media this week. I was like, I want no part of it. I didn't look at any comments. I'm sure I got a lot of hate on my video and all that kind of stuff after we lose. I usually do. But I think this is a game that the Cowboy fans, really need. And Eugene Lockhart, who's a, friend of mine, we've become really good friends over the last few months. And, he's a friend of the show and a regular on the show and part of the show. We got a lot of good things playing with Eugene. He said it best, on Wednesday. I mean, he was so frustrated, with the way the team came out on Sunday, and he just had to let loose. So if you missed that, I know a lot of you guys probably saw, but if you missed it, go back to Wednesday's show. If you need to really get some energy, go back to Wednesday's show and get about 50 minutes in when he comes on. And he was on another level. What's up, Vince? Appreciate it. And Doug as well. There we go. We're getting the people in the house. But he was just so frustrated, just like we all were with that performance. And, he said something, and I dropped it in my hype video. It's hungry. And I know I saw something about I'd rather have heart than hungry. I don't know if I want that. I mean, I got a lot of heart. I mean, I think I do. And I know a lot of you guys probably do too. But heart ain't going to get me to the NFL, and heart ain't going to get me there. But those guys, they've got the heart. They've got the drive. But they need that hunger. And I think sometimes, just my own opinion, I think sometimes, as an athlete, you maybe take things for granted. You overlook things. You just say, we're just going to get it by. But, it looked like that team didn't even come off the plane. I mean, the team that came on that field, and Doug, you were there. I'd ask you is what the vibe felt, in that game. Did you see that fire? You were at the Jets game. You're hanging out with us. You saw it. The intensity level just didn't see. It seemed like it was night and day. And again, being there live is a little bit different than watching on TV. But I'll go back to the Giants game, and I just felt that, that fire and that defense, last game too. So I'm hoping that it was a lesson learned, a little bump in the road, something that they're always going to go back to. And I think it was ultra, so I'll give him credit for it. He had talked about, the Ravens, the great defense in the 2000s got 30 plus thrown on them with the Jaguars. It was a good team. But, I mean, sometimes those things can happen. You just don't want it to happen twice. And I think the next 3 games after that, the Ravens gave up, I think, 10 points in 3 games. So I think this defense, I think what we saw the first 2 games is more what this defense is about than the third. I expect them to come out with some fire. I expect them to come out with some energy. I expect them to really put it on New England. New England's offense is not, They're not a deep threat. They're not someone that you got to be overly concerned about, but they're a team with their good defense that can hang around, make for an ugly game, and get you a little on your, on edge as a fan. And we don't need that. I want an easy, comfortable ride. I'm heading out to AT&T. I don't want no worries. I just want to feel good as I'm sitting in my chair, standing up, like Tuck says, when we need to and when we want to get this team hyped up and ready. But yeah, there you go. Doug was there, and he said it looked flat, especially the defense. It looked flat from the start. So that's something that we don't want to see again. It happened once. We won't see that said again. So, and even, I'll give Law Nation a big shout out, showed a lot of love, retweeted that Eugene little clip I put. It wasn't the whole thing, but it was a little clip, and he even talked about it. So a lot of the Cowboys fan, we see it, we know it, but then you got that set of fans that they're just going to be negative. They're just going to jump ship. They're just going to hit the panic button. And I told you so. It's kind of like that old told you so fans. And for some reason, the shrapnel, forget the defense that I think we all agree played very below their standards. All the shrapnel gets away from the defense and it gets thrown on Dak Prescott. And I don't understand the national narrative against Dak Prescott. I think all of us as Cowboy fans, I think we all, sensible would agree. Hey, Dak, Dak's not number one. He's not number two. But I think if you get into that, mid-range top 10 into that field, I mean, you can kind of move any quarterback you want. I don't know. I just don't get it just blows my mind the hate that Dak Prescott gets. So I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if, thank you for the hat, Cuts by Jones. I appreciate it. Cuts by Jones. Give him a shout out as well. Sent me a really cool Tony Dorsett glass that he got at a signing that Eugene Lockhart was doing at one of their local grocery stores. So he hooked the brother up. That's what it's all about. Appreciate it. And threw in a great hat. So definitely you guys I know you guys all know Cuts by Jones, but if you don't, you better ask somebody because he does great work, great cuts. And so definitely try and check it out. So I know it's late. I got to get up at 4 a.m, man. And I got work to do. I got a show that I'm jumping on at 9:15 with Cam, and I'm filling in for Massey's sick. So hopefully he's feeling better. But Brian Broaddus is going to be on there. So make sure you guys check that out. So it's going to be fun. The Learjet's getting fueled up. We're going to be in touchdown. I dropped the video, get the voice back. Going to be well rested, sleep on the plane. And we're going to make things right. I got a routine. I don't know if you guys got a routine when you travel or when you go to games, but I'm going to stop at I know someone said I was old, but I like Cracker Barrel, man. It's got a good selection. It's got a little bit of everything. It's by the stadium, so it makes life easy. So I stop at the Cracker Barrel, get a little breakfast, get fueled up. And there's a game there, college game Saturday. So we're going to head up to Frisco. Going to do a tour at the training camp. That's always fun. I got friends coming with me, so they hadn't been there. They hadn't been to AT&T or Dallas area. So going to give them the red carpet treatment. Then hang out a little bit, maybe grab some lunch up there, and then work our way back down to Arlington. Find some people to hang with, have a good time. Maybe get old Eugene to come out for some drinks and have some fun and mingle with the fans a little bit. So we're going to have a good time, but it's only worth having that great time if the Cowboys, put a beat down on the New England Patriots. So, I hear all the stories. Oh, the Dallas is like, whatever. New England's beaten us 6 out of 8 times or whatever the number is. But I mean, that was Tom Brady. Let's ease back on that. Tom Brady's not there. Dallas is the better team. Make no mistake about it. We should win the game. Tyron Smith's out. I don't think, do you guys even care? I mean, we all know it's going to happen. We all know it's inevitable. I think what I'd like to see, and I've seen different things, putting Richards at left tackle, Tyler Smith at guard. I mean, I thought Tyler Smith did good at tackle last season. I thought as a rookie, he played very well. I mean, if he's going to be our left tackle of the future, well, let's say the future's now. I mean, he's done enough to get moved to that spot. But, I mean, the coaches, obviously, they're there every day, so they probably know better than I do. But I think you're going to get Zach Martin back. You're going to get Biotish back. They signed another center, so just kind of, I guess, one of those in case of emergency that'll be there. So you're getting healthy. You saw Gallup. Gallup was kind of made you feel pretty good last week. You saw that kind of going on. I'd like to see Brandon Cooks. I'd like to see them take some deep shots with Brandon Cooks. I mean, he's got the speed. I mean, that's what he's known for. I mean, it looked great in training camp, but we hadn't seen it. So definitely got to get Cooks involved. CD is going to do his thing. I don't know. Someone tweeted about Dak's, impact and CD's success, and CD he's improved every year. I mean, he had like 1,500 yards last year, and I think he'll exceed that. I think he had 100 catches or more. So, I don't know anything you could say negative to Dak. I think they just do it. And it saddens me because I think when that time comes, and I believe Dak's going to bring a Super Bowl championship to Dallas, it's going to be, oh, they won in spite of, oh, he won because of, oh, it was, and I think it was Law or someone put a tweet out about Troy Aikman, and I'm a huge Troy Aikman fan. I mean, he's a winner, three-time Super Bowl, but he didn't carry the team. You got to have talent. I mean, they had Michael Irvin. They had a nice, really good offensive line. You had Emmitt Smith. I mean, you had some Hall of Famers there, and you had a defense. It takes a team. It takes a team. There's only a generation of a Patrick Mahomes. There's only a generation of a Tom Brady, a Joe Montana. I mean, that's not every quarterback. Quarterbacks need weapons, and I mean, you see it around the league. You see it on all these teams, and you hope that quarterback can elevate the talent around them and really elevate those second and third tier guys. I mean, that's really what the quarterback, what I look for. And he's a leader. I mean, Dak checks all the boxes. I just, the offensive line didn't do him no favors. So, I mean, I think they settled down a little bit. But, hey, the interception he threw, I mean, geez, you're going to throw interceptions. Now, that was a bad interception. Make no mistake about it. That was not the throw he should have made. I'd like to see him throw it away, live for another play, maybe use your legs. He's a big dude. See if you can get in the end zone that way. But it goes to these red zone woes, and I don't know what's going on in the red zone. I kind of, there we go. There, Fuego. Thanks for coming, popping back in. The red zone woes, what do you attribute it to? Like the first game, the Giants, we were so far ahead. I think they were just in cruise control. Same thing with the Jets. You get ahead, you kind of were playing. It seemed like they were playing very conservative. What concerned me in the Cardinals game is they kept running the ball, and they were running the ball inside the red zone. And it's like, hey guys, we need some points. We're down, need something. How about we mix in a pass here and there? How about we get a little urgency, some tempo, change things up, see if you can get a nice flow going, and that just didn't happen. And so I got to see it Sunday. Now, when I come out there, we're going to handle that business. So, and yeah, Devin Harper getting released. Look, the way I'm going to look at it, there had to have been a reason. I mean, it's not like they released this all-world player, the start. I mean, he did, he was on special teams. I know we're a little thin at linebacker. They're bringing another guy there. I got to have some faith in the Cowboys front office and Will McClay and McCarthy and the scouts and the coaches. And we got plenty of coaches. I mean, Jerry Jones talks about it all the time, that there's a reason. There's something to the story. There's a reason why. So I'm not that bent out of, all upset about Harper. I mean, we'll see what happens. So I think we'll see. I think we'll see the Cowboys be fine with that. I'm not overly concerned. But yeah, I mean, to Falk's, run, and you were there. You're another one. I mean, what was the vibe like? I mean, we can't see this vibe this week, but it just, Tony Pollard leads the NFL in rushing attempts, and I'm telling you guys, the one thing that worried me was the running game. And having that guy, and I know it's been refuted. I know they said, well, the red zone run game is not any different. Zeke didn't have that much more of an impact than what we have now. But my eyes just say it feels different. and it looks different. And I don't know, in this long season, you want Pollard leading the NFL in rushing attempts. I think they need to spread it out more, because I think you're going to lose what makes Pollard great. And I think what makes him great is that, come in, energy to the outside, big long runs. I don't think you want him being a banger in between the tackles. That's just me. The only thing I can go back to Julius Jones. I've said it a million times. You go back to Julius Jones, and I just remember when he was kind of that second guy, he was explosive. His yards per carry were out of this world. And then they made him the lead dog, and his career ended, shortly after that, so to speak. Marion Barber kind of was like the same kind of thing. Make him a lead dog. He was kind of the finisher. And I think that's what I'd love. I wish we can find one. Now is Lipke that guy? Is Rico that guy? That remains to be seen. I'd like to see some opportunity there. I mean, a lot of people talking about Deuce Vaughn. I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't know if he's a red zone guy, unless you're going to get him in open space and get him out, in the flats and do things like that with him, or, be creative in your play call and to get him involved. But yeah, Murray was another one. They drove him into the ground, and, he wasn't the same after that year of attempts. It takes a toll on the body. I mean, look at Zeke. I mean, Zeke had a great career with Dallas, but you just hit that wall, and that's just the way it is. And now Zeke had a nice, game last week. He's going to be amped up. I know he's going to be amped up. He wants to, anyone would. Like, I remember, in my job or in your guys' job, but if you left your company and went to a competitor, you wanted nothing more to stick it to him. I mean, so Zeke's going to come out amped up. And I think for the Cowboys, you got to end that noise real quick. We love Zeke to death. He'll be back in the cave as soon as he retires or comes back to the Cowboys, whatever happens first. But we wish him the best. We just don't wish him the best on Sunday. And I think if you can get ahead and put the game in Mac Jones's hands, I like our chances. I like our chances a lot. I don't like one of those ugly games. So I'd like to see the Dallas get off to a fast start and see what happens. So tell me this. Yeah. I think Doug, what you're seeing is Pollard is not going to be back next year. And I usually get a jersey a year. And I saw that Pollard one, and I said, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it for 1 year. So it's going to be, I'm going to have to wait a year for a jersey. And I'm with you. I was one that if the price was right, I think bringing Zeke back at a reduced pay, reduced salary, it would have been nice. Obviously he's a leader in the locker room. He's liked, but he does those dirty things that you save Pollard to do the special things, and that's what Pollard does. So, talking about Mighty Mouse, man, I love that. I used to love that cartoon in the red zone. Watch him get all them cow. Yeah, I mean, I at this point in the red zone, you got to do something because it ain't working. What's up, bud? And then hopefully, I don't know if any of you guys are going out to Cowboys game. If you are, you can always hit your boy up. I always tell people I miss some people on Instagram. I don't go on there as much, so you just hit me a DM on Twitter if you guys are going to be out there, because we definitely like to link up. So let's see what we got. Bud, going to the Eagles. I'll be there, man. I don't miss an Eagle game Sunday night. I always got to go out there and make sure we get that victory. It's been good. So hopefully we'll see you out there. Sunday nights are always my favorite. He did. They didn't really reach out to him. I think, for whatever reason, it wasn't, and they got Ronald Jones. Obviously, I think all of us knew that wasn't going to work out. So, it's, got to move on from it, right? It's just, and I'm not going to compare him to Emmitt Smith, but it's when Emmitt Smith came back from the Cardinals. Everyone knows I love Emmitt Smith. He's my favorite player, but I wanted to make sure we shut him down, and they did. They did early. Unfortunately, he got injured, so he never even really got even going or an opportunity to. But it got going, and so anyway, let's see. Get another comment. Let's see. I met Deuce. Shook his hand. It's really cool. Like his mom, and she looked shocked. Someone wanted me to. That's got to be cool. He's still a young player. He's still a rookie. I'm nowhere near the level of Deuce Vaughn, but I tell you what, like at the tailgate at the Jets, someone came up and wanted me to sign an autograph on their jersey. And I just, I think I looked at him. He probably, wondered what my look was, because it was like, why you really want me to ruin your jersey that way? But he seems like a humble kid, and he seems like someone that is, does everything right. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's always been told he's too small, this and that. So it'd be nice to see him, to see what he could do. But like I said, I'm excited with this offense. I wish, the hate wasn't there so much for Dak, but I mean, he's got to hear it. But he seems like he's mentally tough enough to kind of put it past him. The only thing I'm really hoping is that McCarthy and Schottenheimer aren't trying to hold everything back because they're worried about turnovers. Guys, interceptions are going to happen. I mean, I think Jared Goff has like 4 interceptions, and they were giving him the anointing oil as, everything in last night's game. Hurts has, Mahomes, you're going to throw interceptions. That's just the nature of the beast. You want to limit them. And you can't play scared. You got to play free. And it just seems like this offense is just not playing to attack. They're playing not to make a mistake, because they'll move down the field and they get in between the 20s, and all of a sudden, man, it just gets a little tight. They talk about that, it gets real tight. And I don't know. I don't know if they're just what they're afraid of, but thankfully, you all on a good side is our kicker that we were so concerned about. He looks like he's doing his job. So we all panicked after that first missed extra point on his first try, and he's done great. He's done great. So I asked for no autographs. I was so scared to ask. No, I mean, sometimes you could, man. It's easy. Like, I used to, I'm maybe getting past that point in my life. I always used to keep a little mini helmet or something, and you just have it. And you got a little, always keep a Sharpie in your pocket, and then it makes it a little bit easier if you make it so it's not so much work. But yeah, I mean, I know, but you had an opportunity to get on the field, so they might have had maybe a little bit more rules on the field passes and getting autographs. I don't know. Maybe people were getting autographs or not, but what a cool experience. Very jealous of that, by the way. Very jealous of that. Yeah, Christian Gonzalez, he's going to be that's the cornerback, if my memory's right. That's going to be he can be a problem. He's a rookie, but he's not playing like one right now. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see him and CD matching up here and there. So it's good. And yeah, definitely EJ Savage, Boys in the Zone, another great show, another great channel. And that's why I tell you guys, man, forget NFL Network, forget ESPN. You got so much great Cowboys content on YouTube. You got guys that are passionate. You got Jay Tuck, you got Law Nation, you got EJ with Boys in the Zone, Cowboys fan. I'm going to start missing some. You got Cam and Massey, who I'm going to be on their show in about 15 to 20 minutes. So you got all these great shows. You got Nick's, the Pick Six, his crew. You got so many great shows. Primetime Phil's here. I'm going to go start missing people, so I got to stop. But you guys all know who you are. I've interacted with a lot of you, Cole's Cowboys. You got so many great people. So definitely support their channels. And the way to support the channels is hit that subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment. If you see a video, just leave a comment. Go Cowboys, great video, whatever it is. Anything you do to interact with the videos gets that algorithm where other people start noticing it, because it is an organic process. It's not something that you just put on Twitter and a million people are going to come watch it. It is something where you got to build your audience. It's old school. So we're there. I mean, we're getting close to our next goal of 2,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, what the hell are you waiting for? So, but anyway, just wanted to pop in for like 20 minutes. If you're on here, I'm going to be jumping on Cam and Massey's show with Brian Broaddus. That's an honor for me to be in there with him, and obviously with Cam, she's great. So if you guys are up and chilling, definitely go check it out. And yeah, Tuck, I always give the story with Tuck, man. He is one of my guys. He's been a mentor. I can always say I was on his show when he had 200 and maybe 24, 54 or something like that subscribers. He invited me on his show. We had a great time. We hit it off, and we've been friends since. So he's been a big help for me in the channel. He's the one who told me, "Hey, man, you love talking Cowboys. Go on and do it. Do what you love." And that's what I started doing. So he is one of he's one of the GOATs when it comes to this Cowboys content, and he puts a lot of work into it. I'd like to say I put a lot of work into it. I do work hard at it, but I got a full-time job and responsibility. So I keep it simple. I keep it to the live shows. I keep it to the Cowboys content. I'm not a big draft guy. That's going to be Tuck and Boys in the Zone. They do a great job with that. But I just love talking to fans as a fan. So my job's pretty easy on the show. Hopefully it's entertaining. We got Kelly K9 and obviously Jimmy D. Uncle Cheech, so I want to give some love. This will be the last thing before we get going. Uncle Cheech, if you guys are into gambling, you guys know Uncle Cheech. These were his picks of the week. Reminder, his lock, Clemson, -7 at Syracuse. Denver Broncos, -3.5 at Chicago. USC putting a beat down on Colorado. That's what he feels, given 23. And then Miami Dolphins coming off an unbelievable game where they dropped 70 on those Broncos. Getting 2.5 at Buffalo. So if you guys are into any kind of gambling or you like doing it for fun, he has an unbelievable record right now. I think he's like 13-3 or 13-2 or something like that. He's undefeated on his locks. Most of his losses are on his upset specials. So those are the ones, he puts out there for fun, but the lock is what you want. Remember, no parlays, one bet, and hey, have some fun. Make a little make a little money. Yeah. No, I mean, we take these, we all do. We all take these things. You're talking about a beatdown. Who gave him a beatdown in Madden? I was gonna say, hopefully he's over the other one. Is Tuck healed from that Madden ass whooping Des put on him? Oh, and that wasn't that much of a beating. I thought it was like a 7-point game. We're gonna have to check on Tuck with that, because unless they played again. But one of them I saw wasn't that bad. So yeah, EJ Savage, Boys in the Zone. It's hard to see the amount of time they scream. Yeah. Was that at the game? Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with this. Appreciate the love, El Fuego. Also, you did a really cool, tweet. You said it, so I appreciate it. But guys, like I said, I'm going to be taking like a 10-minute break, and then I'm going to be jumping over to Cam and Massey's show. So if you guys aren't subscribed or check it out, I'm going to be retweeting it. Come over. I mean, you got Brian Broaddus, who, everything Cowboys, so he knows his stuff. He's a straight shooter. He's awesome. So make sure you check it out. Appreciate all the love. Make sure you guys come out. If you're out at AT&T, hit your boy up. Love to see you. Grab a beer, chill. Hopefully we get this thing right. I think the Cowboys handle that business. I don't think, not too much to worry about. Maybe it gets a little, funky in the beginning, but I think the Cowboys start fast. I think there'll be too much for them, and we handle that business. So again, I usually don't go on Friday nights for the show, but I won't be doing my Sunday show because I'll be at AT&T. So just wanted to come in and show some love and appreciate everything you guys do. If you all got lots of love, hit that thumbs up. That's right. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe and share. All that good stuff, man. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys at AT&T. Yeah, we might need you. Don't suit me up. I'm past my prime, but we might need you guys out there. Hopefully this line, we all said it was going to be a little bit of a concern, and unfortunately it's rearing its ugly head, but maybe this is get this shit out of the way. That way we're good down the stretch. So we'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll see you on Cam and Massey show. Take care.
Is going to be commencing real soon because we getting ready to get this party started.